I'm at the Vancouver Aquarium with hundreds of kids like Jesper here on today's Go. Should we check out some fish?
It's a very relaxed environment. There's no judgment.
Hundreds of kids take over the Vancouver Aquarium. Find out why employees call it the best day of the year.
We'll be releasing 3 seals back out into the ocean.
Plus, you'll meet the grads of the Marine Mammal Rescue Center. Hello and welcome to Go, only on Shaw TV. I'm Bianca Salterbeck, and as you might be able to tell, we are at the Vancouver Aquarium today for a very special night called Dream Night. So basically, a little over 500 kids with special needs get to come to the aquarium after hours. That's right, the whole aquarium, they've got it to themselves. Here's a look at Dream Night. Well, if you want to get the scoop on Dream Night, you of course have to go to CEO and President of the Vancouver Aquarium, John Nightingale. You're joining me now. Tell me, for people who don't know, what is Dream Night all about?
Dream Night is a night when kids with disabilities of various kinds or illnesses can come. They come in wheelchairs, they come in hospital beds, they don't have to be self-conscious, and it is by far and away the favorite night of the year for the staff and volunteers.
Let's talk about the staff. They're all donating their time. You've got volunteers. Everyone's here to make this night happen.
Exactly. So all the staff have worked a whole day, and they're all volunteering, as are all the volunteers. You guys, as our presenting sponsor, it's very much a team effort.
You know, and it's so special, I think, for the kids to know they're here after hours when no one really usually gets to be here. What is it like for the parents? What do you hear from them?
We'll get lots of letters and emails thanking us for doing this. And we just say, look, we don't need the thanks. The smiles we see tonight are the thanks we need.
We're all kind of, I guess you could say, we're in the same boat. We have a child with special needs or maybe some sort of life-threatening illness. Sometimes we go to some public events where it's full of typical kids and typical families, and that's great, but when you have these more focused events, you kind of feel like you're part of a community. And so Joel has autism. He kind of has his own way of doing things, and it's very cute, but he can run a little wild, and sometimes if you're at another event or a restaurant, you kind of wonder what other parents are feeling. When you're here and everyone kind of understands what's going on, you don't worry about it as much.
All right, I found a mom in the crowd here at Dream Night. Vaughn, tell me a bit about your family.
Well, I've got a son and daughter. Daughter's 9, son is 7, and we love coming to the aquarium, and this is our second time coming to Dream Night.
What brought you back, and what is it about this environment that you like?
You know, if my son goes off running and calling out stuff, it's okay. It's a very relaxed environment. There's no judgment.
All right, well, I found Mom Stephanie and Isaiah walking around checking out Dream Night. First of all, over to you, Isaiah. What do you think so far?
Good.
What do you like the best?
I'm the octopus.
Isaiah, he's had 4 heart surgeries.
You are a very brave young man.
Yeah.
So is it nice to be here and have a break away and just be a kid?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We're going to let you run around and have some fun, so enjoy yourself.
Okay.
This is truly such a magical event, and it's so great to see the big smiles on all the kids' faces. Now we're staying with the aquatics theme. The Vancouver Aquarium's Marine Mammal Rescue Center helps over 100 animals every year. But we wanted to know what happens to the graduates of the rescue center, and we sent our Paul McClellan to find out.
So today, the Vancouver Aquarium's Marine Mammal Rescue Center will be releasing 3 seals back out into the ocean.
We're close to the Tawasin Ferry Terminal for this release. It was selected because of its relatively low boat traffic, the availability of fish for food, and its already large population of harbor seals.
2 of the seals were brought in as neonates in the last summer and have gone through the whole rehabilitation process and now ready for release. And the 3rd seal was brought into our center during the winter months with some sort of injury to her hind flippers.
Jaina was the 143rd seal to be rescued this year, and she was rescued from Stanley Park at the yacht club. She was tiny when we rescued her. She only weighed 7 kilos. She weighs more than 3 times that now, so her process at the rescue center was really good. She ate a lot.
The Vancouver Aquarium's Marine Mammal Rescue Center takes in over 100 sea animals every year who are in need of rehabilitation. In addition to being provided fluids and nutritional support, they're examined by the veterinary staff and any wounds are treated, preparing them for a return to the wild.
That's my favorite part of my job, is being there from the beginning and seeing it all the way to the very end and releasing them back into the ocean.
These are animals that would not be alive if it was not for us at this point, so it's that bittersweet feeling. So bringing them back out into where they should be is a really great feeling.
These 3 harbor seals just joined a long list of successfully released animals from the rescue center's 40-plus year history that's included sea lions, a porpoise, and even an orca. In Tawasin, I'm Paul McClellan for Go on Shaw TV.
Oh, hey there. I am just studying the different types of coral here at the Vancouver Aquarium. We have lots more to come from Dream Night, and we'll have this for you.
There's a lot of trash that's ending up in our oceans.
Think our beaches are clean? We'll show you how much garbage was collected in just 1 hour. Hello and welcome back to Go, only on Shaw TV. I'm Bianca Salterbeck, and today I am at the Vancouver Aquarium, surrounded by hundreds of kids with special needs who get to check out the aquarium after hours with their families. It's a great event, and now the aquarium not only does Dream Night, they also do the Great Canadian Shoreline Cleanup, and you'll never guess how much they collected in just 60 minutes. Check it out.
There's a bunch of infant bottles over here.
Infant bottles, styrofoam bits, and cigarette butts. Just a few of the typical items constantly found by Vancouver Aquarium staff at this Stanley Park beach.
Cigarette butt. One of the most common things we find is cigarette butts. I mean, last time we came down, we had probably over 200 cigarette butts that we picked up.
A frustrating sight for Teddy Geach and her team, since littering doesn't seem to stop despite all their efforts.
We came down here about 2 days ago with our Oceanwise team to pick up some garbage, and there was so much that we couldn't clean it all up, and now we come back 2 days later and there's even more trash.
And as much as it's disappointing to see, it's a motivation for Teddy and her team to take part in the Great Canadian Shoreline Cleanup, which was started by the Vancouver Aquarium 22 years ago.
There's a lot of trash that's ending up in our oceans, a lot of plastics that can cause a lot of impacts on the marine environment and marine species. So it's something that we can physically do to help remove plastics from our oceans. I think it's foam, yeah.
Vancouver Aquarium is involved with our program partners WWF because we see the major threats that litter poses to wildlife, and we want to do everything we can to protect the wildlife in our waterways and in our oceans.
With over 2,000 shoreline cleanups planned across Canada, the program has grown to include more than 60,000 participants.
Every year we're really excited to see more and more people coming on board and joining us. So from that point of view, we're getting more and more participants every single year, so support for our program is growing. Unfortunately, the pattern is the same though.
A pattern usually including the same items. In 2015 alone, volunteers in Canada have collected over 175,000 kilograms of trash.
Our volunteers picked up more than 400,000 cigarette butts across Canada, and tens of thousands of food wrappers, straws, plastic bottle lids, plastic bags.
And even if it might seem that people aren't getting the message, for Teddy, who grew up on the West Coast, it's a cause that's worth fighting for.
I think the fact that we're actually coming out here and picking up the trash is making a difference. We picked up a full garbage bag full in the past 45 minutes, which is great.
Making a difference, one trash bag at a time. In Vancouver, I'm Jenny Josie Forgo on Shaw TV.
Oh, I actually don't want to touch your head.
Next up, we've got this week's On the Go from beautiful Burnaby, BC. While you're doing that, I'll be checking in with this venomous lionfish. Hi there.
We're here today at the 28th Annual Rhododendron Festival at the Shadbolt Centre for the Arts. It's a City of Burnaby event with the Burnaby Rhododendron and Garden Society.
The weather is absolutely perfect for us to celebrate the official flower of Burnaby, the rhododendron.
It's a collection of plant vendors, nurseries, artisans, community groups, sort of educating people on taking care of plants, taking care of the planet, and just really focusing on sort of a grassroots community event that brings everybody together celebrating the rhododendron and spring.
Who's got a rhododendron at home here?
We have kite making. Inside we've got different art activities for children, so it's a really interactive day, and we also have flower arranging activity, which adults love.
We're a city, I think, that takes great pride in our horticulture, and we see over and over again beautiful gardens, lovely landscaping at businesses, community gardens that are operated by our citizens. And this is a chance for us to celebrate the fact that Burnaby loves to grow things.
Your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, without you? You took the part that once was my heart, so why not take all of me?
We also have today our eco sculptures. So here we are in what I think is one of the most beautiful parks in the Lower Mainland, and an opportunity for all of us to enjoy the beautiful rhododendrons that are blooming all over our city.
It's green. The park is so beautiful at this time of year, so it's a great day to celebrate everything that's green about gardens and flowers and things.
Yeah, the kickoff of springtime and kite flying in the park. The simple things, the simple pleasures that bring families together, and just celebrating the great community that Burnaby is.
You know, you definitely have a successful event going if the mayor drops by. Now we have to take a quick break. Stay with us. Lots more to come from the Vancouver Aquarium. I'll be chatting with one of the interpreters here about the latest edition.
He's a rescued animal off the coast of Western Vancouver Island.
We'll tell you how Chester the whale got to the aquarium. Hello and welcome back to Go, only on Shaw TV. We are at the Vancouver Aquarium today. We're talking Dream Night, but I was also curious about what's new at the aquarium. So joining me is interpreter Jen Dervoyed. Did I get it right?
Yes, that's great.
Yes. Okay, Jen, well, here we are. It's beautiful outside. You have a new addition to the pool. Tell me a bit about Chester.
Chester is a false killer whale that is newly at the Vancouver Aquarium as of last summer, so just at the end of June. He came here. He's a rescued animal off the coast of western Vancouver Island near Tofino. He's inhabiting at the Wild Coast habitat here at the Vancouver Aquarium with Helen, who is another rescued animal. She is a Pacific white-sided dolphin. Very different species, but both dolphins indeed.
You've also got a new Discover Ray exhibit?
Yes, that just launched not too long ago over spring break in March. It's a hands-on interactive exhibit where guests can come in, get their hands wet, and if you're lucky enough, get to touch a stingray.
Is that dangerous at all?
No, if they didn't want to be touched, they wouldn't come up to you, and you don't have to worry about any barbs or anything like that.
We want to talk about tropical waters. I noticed this, it just stuck out to me. A venomous lionfish, what's that?
Ooh, oh, so that's an interesting animal on display. We have a brand new exhibit featuring these beautiful but deadly creatures. But they're an invasive species that's been introduced in the Caribbean, so it's us bringing attention to some conservation issues where introduced species do compete with locals. So we are showcasing it in a brand new way. It's an animal we've had here on display before, but never in this sort of manner. It's a beautiful one in our tropical gallery that you can go check out.
Jen, it is great talking to you. I could talk to you for hours. You know so much. You're so passionate about what you do. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you.
Okay, next up, we've got another segment in our Destination BC series. We're exploring the Kootenay Rockies. Check it out.
As a couple, you get better at the road trip. Yeah, once you figured it out, you can really relax in each other's company. We kind of know when each other need to just enjoy the view and when some sort of deep conversation's appropriate. Yeah.
Relationships are defined by big, powerful moments that you experience together for the first time. Many of those are times spent in nature.
It kind of refocuses you. You feel like all of the small worries that you have when you're back home are really insignificant compared to the big picture.
As a traveler, it's great to have authentic, friendly, open conversations with people.
It seems like people understand the experience you're having. They can tell from the look on your face.
People seemed really happy to share, happy to share where a hidden waterfall was, or happy to share a favorite camping spot. This is definitely a place where you can disconnect and be in the moment.
In everyone is this instinct, this sense, this desire to be in nature. And even if you don't realize you've got it, you do. And when you get out there, you feel it. It's like everything is right in the world. It feels natural. It feels like this is where we're meant to be.
Got a great story for you coming up about a local restaurant in Gastown that's letting you have your cake and eat it too. But in this case, it's schnitzel.
For a a lot of people, they think of German cuisine as Bavarian style, they think of sausages, they think of very heavy food. But at Bauhaus, we do more contemporary German food.
It's been open for about a year here in Vancouver. And now Bauhaus is giving you another good reason to order their fresh take on a German standard, the schnitzel. And it's all thanks to this little logo.
So how it works is we put our little meal share logo beside a few menu items. And if a customer comes in and orders one of these meal share branded menu items, they get their meal just like normal, but they're also providing another meal to a child or a youth in need.
Meal Share is a buy one, give one hunger relief program that's working with local organizations KidSafe and the Breakfast Clubs of Canada.
It's staggering how many children are going to school without breakfast. So we wanted to make giving as easy as possible. I think everyone's good-hearted in nature, so if we could give them that opportunity to give back, but we made it easy, they'd do it.
That really hit a chord with me. I really wanted to do something locally, and at Bauhaus we're really excited to be a part of the program, and we feel that it's really important for us to give back to the community.
9 million Canadians eat out every single day. So if we could turn that dining out into helping out, we could have a really big impact.
Bauhaus is one of many local restaurants who work with Meal Share, but they've also personalized it to reward philanthropic foodies.
So we have a little seed paper thank you card that's given out with the meal, and that can actually be planted and seeds grow. And so people like that because it's an interactive thing and you feel like it's not just being told that you're donated, but you actually bring something home.
So you get the seeds, the schnitzel, and you're helping kids in your community. But we're also going to throw in a little schnitzel making lesson with award-winning Bauhaus chef Stefan Hartman, and I'll be assisting.
If you just want to put some salt and pepper on there.
There we go.
Oh, that's so careful.
Is that too careful? Wow, okay.
It needs a little salt, you know? Also the pepper, the breadcrumb.
Uh-huh.
Then you have the egg.
Give it a little bath in egg.
Just grilled.
Okay.
Whisk it.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry.
Where's my apron?
So, in the breadcrumbs, and don't push it too hard. Just very soft on there, yeah?
Gentle.
Just leave it like this, it's beautiful.
Let's move over to get things cooking.
Okay. So all you need is a big pan with quite a bit of oil in there. It has to be like almost like frying. You can see that. It has to swim in the fat. Otherwise, if it takes too long, if you don't have enough oil in there, it takes too long to get crispy. And then it soaks the oil, and then it doesn't taste good anymore, right? So.
Okay, let's plate it. Now, my favorite part of cooking is plating the food when it's all ready to go.
Plating or eating?
Eating, sorry, my bad. Plating is just the closest thing to eating that you do in the kitchen. But tell me what we put with the schnitzel.
We serve potato cucumber salad with us with some radishes in it. Then you take the schnitzel. We have some homemade cranberries here, a lemon.
Oh, amazing.
And the schnitzel is done.
Yeah, it looks so good. And voila! We made a schnitzel. Well, mostly Stefan, I guess, but I helped. I think there's only one final thing to say, and that is guten Appetit.
Guten Appetit.
Meal Share is having their first ever fundraiser on May 18th. So if you're gonna go out for dinner, that is the day to do it. There are 12 participating restaurants, including Bauhaus, and every dollar spent is a dollar donated. And by the way, you can get anything on the menu. And you can check out Meal Share's website for more information. Well, that is our show for today. I have had a blast here at the Vancouver Aquarium, seeing so many kids running around and smiling. And of course, we're here after hours, so it's been quite an adventure. I also want to thank all the families who shared their stories with us, and of course, the aquarium for hosting us. So on behalf of all of us here at Go and Shaw TV, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.